Hi. I wanted to come on tonight and do a tarot reading. It's just a general reading, and I've already drawn some cards. I'll draw some more here to get some clarity, but what was coming up already was pretty fascinating. So I wanted to share this reading with anybody who feels like they need some guidance right now. If this resonates with you, that's wonderful. So I'll just go ahead and get started. The first 4 cards that I drew up here were quite powerful, actually. The Magician, the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Cups. So the first thing that I noticed with these first cards, these 3 in particular, aside from the fact that they are all major arcana, so they're kind of more of a significant message than if they were the minor arcana. But what I did notice with all 3 of these is kind of a circular or cyclic energy that they have. The moon obviously has phases and cycles, in addition to being a circle here, the full moon. The Wheel of Fortune, again, it's a wheel, it's round, it goes around. And then the Magician card has always struck me that all of these things are sort of circling around the Magician. It's as though, all of the abilities and tools that he has at his disposal are just spinning around, and he can just reach up and pick out whichever one he needs at any given moment. So all of these cards in this particular reading are speaking to me of something that is cyclical, something perhaps that's a repeating pattern for you, something that goes with the seasons. I'm feeling more like it's kind of something that's a repeating pattern. And with this additional card, the King of Cups over here, I feel like whatever it is that keeps repeating itself has a very strong emotional impact on you. It might be really good emotional impact. It might be something that is troubling to you, but it has a strong emotional hit. When it lands emotionally. It's not so much something that it makes you stop and think or try and work it out rationally. It's just something that hits very emotionally, and it's a very strong emotion when it does hit. I feel like it keeps coming back and coming back and coming back for you. Maybe examine your patterns, things that keep coming up for you, that cause you to feel very emotional, something that needs to be focused on right now. So I drew some additional cards, and the other cards that I got, the second draw of cards that I got here, this is the 7 of Cups, and the 5 of Coins, which is also Pentacles, the 3 of Cups, the Strength card, and the Hierophant. So again, we've got some major arcana energy here. I feel like with these 3 cards over here, the 7 of Cups, in this instance, I feel as though it's talking about a decision. There are a lot of things to choose from in this card, that are being offered to you, a lot of choices that you could make. Not all of them are necessarily good. Some of them can be very good, wealth, wisdom, happiness, but some of them might have a hidden agenda, the snake up here, for instance. So I feel like there's something that is presenting a lot of possibilities. Again, maybe we're going back to the cyclic energy that keeps showing up. There's choices to be made, and again, here with the Seven of Coins, and both sevens here, I feel like this is something that is causing some hesitation or some angst. You know, it's a decision, again, a decision that might need to be made, but you really don't want to make that decision. It's kind of pulling at you. So, you know, with these two cards, you've got, you know, the Cups is typically talking about emotions. Pentacles is talking about more in the material realm. But whatever this is, it's presenting you with some choices and you're not just sure which way to go. And I feel with getting the Strength card and the Hierophant that this is an important decision, and it's going to take, you know, a certain amount of fortitude physically, and also it's going to take some pretty significant wisdom. So you're going to need to really consider this decision, and it's going to have a big impact. The Hierophant, of course, you know, in addition to being wisdom, comes with a certain amount of power. So I think that these two cards are saying that this is not going to be an easy decision, and that you need to pull in all of your resources to really make this decision. So that's kind of a tough read right there. But the fifth card, the other card that we haven't looked at yet, is this Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is telling you you don't need to make this decision on your own. So stop trying to do this all by yourself. You know, call in people that are trusted to you. Be with people who make you feel good, people who make you feel happy, make you feel comfortable, make you feel at ease. So again, don't make this decision all on your own. Bring in some help, somebody that you trust, people that you feel comfortable with, people who are authentic for you. And so, you know, I think that this is all saying that, you know, you've got this pattern that's repeating, and it's causing you some emotional either distress, or it may even be, you know, emotionally really good. But it is something that keeps coming around, and you need to make a decision, and you're kind of putting it off because it's really going to take some thought and guts to do it. But you can call in some help, and so I want to get a little bit of additional input. So I'm going to pull another deck here. I've got the Santa Muerte deck. This deck, by the way, is the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, and this is the Santa Muerte deck. I want to get some additional information, in particular, you know, kind of what is this decision? What does this decision have to do with? So I want to get some additional information on that. So Spirit, if you could give us some additional information. What is this decision? What does it have to do with? Okay, so we got the Tower. So this decision is something that is really big. It's going to shake things up. It's going to really cause some changes. And this speaks to the fact that you've been putting this off for a long time. This is a decision that you just have not wanted to make. And so now it's getting to a point where it's getting critical and things are going to start falling apart because you've got to pull the trigger. You need to jump. Otherwise you're going to get buried in the rubble of this fallout from not making this decision. So it makes sense that this decision would cause you a lot of emotional baggage because you're putting it off. So Spirit, can you tell us more about, what is this decision? What area does it have to do with? Okay, so this is the Three of Pentacles that we're getting here. Pentacles typically deal with your material life, your abundance, your, the 3D, your stuff, or very earthy, grounded energy. And as you can see, this looks pretty barren. There's like not a lot going on as far as what's growing here, and he's watering the wrong thing. The plant that has actually got some possibility to grow is over here behind him, and he's ignoring that, not paying attention. He's watering kind of the barren ground over there. So I think that this is saying that you may be leaning in the wrong direction. You might be focusing on the wrong thing. You might be pouring your resources into the wrong area. You need to step back and take another look and see what's already offering you abundance. What's looking like it's going to bear fruit, and put your efforts into that. Give more attention to that than you do to maybe what's over here that you wish would grow. So thank you, Spirit, for that message. Can you tell us anything more about maybe, who these people are that might be able to help us, or how we can call in help for this decision? Spirit, can you tell us how to call in some help for this decision? Who or what or how can we get help to make this decision? Okay, so we got a few cards here. So we've got the Magician. Again, we're getting the Magician. So this is saying that you have the resources. You've got all the resources that you need to make this decision. You are a powerful individual. You are creative. You have whatever you need at your disposal to make this decision. So don't sell yourself short. We've got the Knight of Swords here. And the Knight of Swords, knights typically, they go bounding into battle. They're young, they're ambitious, they're perhaps a little headstrong. And swords typically have to do with your mental awareness, your communication. So, this might say that you're overthinking this decision. You are trying to make this more complicated than it is. And so maybe you need to just kind of try and simplify things. And yes, here with the Page of Cups, the page is kind of innocence, and cups typically deal with emotions. And so just kind of letting things flow and not making things more difficult than they really need to be. Again, same message. Just kind of go with what you feel. Go with what makes you happy, and, kind of more the simple option. And then the other message that we got is the Ace of Cups. So aces have to do with starting things. So this is saying that, by doing that, by going with kind of a simpler decision, something that is not as complex or complicated or difficult, might start you down a path to begin something new. This is kind of a dark card. It's kind of a stormy card, but also there is the dragonfly here, and the dragonfly is symbolic of, in some cultures, it's symbolic of our understanding of who we are when we begin to mature. So kind of having lived some and making more calm decisions and not jumping at every, shiny object that presents itself in front of you. So again, this is kind of saying, do something more simple, do something with your heart. Don't make it a big deal, don't make it complicated, just go with what feels right. So hopefully that helped. If you've got some questions that you've been struggling with, and let me know in the comments if this resonates with you. And I wish you all the best. I am sending love and Reiki energy to all of you. We're going through some tough times right now in the world. And so I hope you're all doing well. Thank you. Bye-bye.